we had a Kirby Air Riders Direct yesterday. So now we finally have more information about the Kirby Air Riders game coming to Nintendo Switch 2 this November. So, generally, let's talk about the game, let's talk about the new information we learned, and let's talk about whether this game could surpass Mario Kart World or not. So first off, Kirby Air Ride, the original game, I didn't play it. I never had an opportunity to play it, so I am excited to play the sequel game. But I heard very good things about it. Now, getting into this direct, let's first talk about how the game looks. This game looks gorgeous. The graphics, the detail, the environments, it looks so pleasing to look at. It's so clean. The aesthetic is perfect. And as usual, the music is great too, because this is a Kirby game. Kirby games always have phenomenal music. They have some of the best boss themes you'll listen to out there. And of course, the music in general, the racing music, the general music is just great. So I'm very looking forward to this game's soundtrack, to this game's OST, that's original soundtrack. And yeah, so let's continue on. Okay, so one of the main things separating Kirby Air Riders from the original Kirby Air Ride is that this sequel game will actually have many more new characters. We got Kirby, of course, the star of the show, and then we have King Dedede, and King Dedede actually has a different design than its design in Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe and Kirby and the Forgotten Land. See, they actually gave him his head back, like a head separate from his body, so that's cool. They can never decide on what they want King Dedede's design to be. I don't know what the problem is, but I'm cool with them going back to basically his Super Smash Bros. Design. We also have Meta Knight, we got my boy Magalar, we got Gooey, we got Waddle Doo, my boy Waddle Doo. The beam attack memes are gonna be on fire. We also got Knuckle Joe, we got Susie, we got Chef Karasaki, we even have Starman and Cappy. So these are the characters, some of the characters in this game. They all have their own attributes, their own characteristics, and I'm looking forward to experimenting with them. And that son of a gun, Mr. Sakurai, did it. Every single character in Kirby Air Riders will use copy abilities. Copy abilities have historically throughout the Kirby series been a very Kirby exclusive thing. Only like Kirby and I guess Gooey could also use copy abilities. But now every character can use copy abilities in Kirby Air Riders because, as Mr. Sakurai said, we gotta balance the game. We can't just have Kirby use all these power-ups, all these copy abilities, and no other character can. So things are gonna be quite crazy. We got King Dedede using Mike, things are gonna be out of this world. But even though all of the characters cannot use copy abilities, Kirby still gets special treatment because he's the only one that has 4 special moves. One of them is his Ultra Sword from Kirby Return to Dreamland. Another one is a Snowball from Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Then he has 2 more. The other characters only get 1 each. Dedede gets his Jet Hammer from Super Smash Bros. And Waddle Dee gets his Spear Cyclone. Meta Knight gets the Nightwing ability. So yeah, these special moves can just really help you to attack your enemies or just go super fast and win the race. Some of these machine options are looking pretty good, not gonna lie. Like, we have the classic Warp Star, and we also have the Wheelie Bike, and yeah, these are looking like some pretty good options as far as just riding around on these machines and gliding. There is also this surprise new character that was teased at the end of the Direct. I don't know who it is, but it kind of looks like maybe Dark Matter. It is also important to note that according to fans of the original Kirby Air Ride game, racing is not the main appeal of the game. It is a part of it, but it's not the main appeal. The main appeal seems to be this mode called City Trial. And City Trial is supposedly what separates Kirby Air Riders from other racing games such as Mario Kart World. And during the Kirby Air Riders Direct, Mr. Sakurai did say, hey, so is Kirby Air Riders kind of like Mario Kart? And his answer was, Yeah, kinda, but you know, fans of the original game know that the main appeal is the city trial and that there's other appeals to Kirby Air Riders to distinguish it from other racing games. But that takes us to the $1 million question. Can Kirby Air Riders possibly surpass Mario Kart World? Now, I haven't had the opportunity to play Mario Kart World myself. However, I do know that Mario Kart World is a relatively controversial game. Not necessarily because of the game itself, but more so because of Nintendo's decisions surrounding the game. Like, firstly, the game is $80, which is a ripoff for a video game. But, you know, Nintendo wanted to raise the prices, they wanted to justify it, you know, they wanted to push $80 games as something that could potentially be something that just happens in the future from now on, I guess, even though they said there'd be variable pricing or whatever. But yeah, people were not happy about the $80 price tag. Now, you can get the game with the bundle, you know, and it's only $50, which is great. However, the bundle is only going to be available for a limited time, which kind of sucks. So I know there's some controversy around that. Another thing that's controversial about Mario Kart World is the free roam mode, because some people say that it's boring and that it's empty. Other people seem to enjoy it, so I'm looking forward to gaining my own opinion on that. And then there's also the online. Apparently they ruined online because people wanted those 3-lap races, and Mario Kart World ended up having this update that made it so that you were playing intermission courses for the most part. Then apparently they released a version update later that was supposed to fix the problem, but apparently it didn't completely fix the problem, so some people still have problems with the online experience. And then there are some in-game issues, like how hard it is to get characters, like the NPC characters in Mario Kart World. You have to, like, apparently get them with the Kamek item, and that's just by chance. It can make it very hard to get new characters, new NPC characters in that game. And obviously, Kirby Air Riders is not going to have that problem. So it begs the question, with all of these controversies going on with Mario Kart World, could Kirby Air Riders surpass it? My answer is both yes and no. No, in terms of the fact that, hey, at the end of the day, this is Mario Kart we're talking about. Mario Kart sells well for a reason. The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch 1 sold the most copies of any Nintendo game, I think, of all time, or at least of any Nintendo Switch game. It may be of all time. But, yeah, Mario Kart World, for all its, you know, potential flaws and stuff, it still seems to be selling pretty alright. People are still having a blast with it, and at the end of the day, it's Mario Kart. However, I said yes and no because I do think that Kirby Air Riders could surpass Mario Kart World as far as having a better reception. I feel like, you know, Mr. Sakurai seemed to put his heart and his soul in Kirby Air Riders, so people that feel like Mario Kart World maybe didn't have enough effort put into it, maybe didn't have enough heart and soul put into it, will appreciate that Kirby Air Riders seems to have all this passion put into it. I do think that looking back at the games in hindsight in the future, people may look back at Kirby Air Riders with more fondness than Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World would be looked on as this $80 game, this game that represented Nintendo's greed, Nintendo going into its dark era, where Kirby Air Riders would be looked at more of a, you know, more of a light, you know, in this era of darkness, because the game is going to be $70, which still kind of sucks. I mean, $70 for a Kirby game. It's not even a main series Kirby game. I mean, it's its own thing now because we have, you know, it's a sequel, but $70, kind of pushing it. This looks like a $60 game, but, you know, at least it's not $80 like Mario Kart. So, yeah, I do see some people looking more fondly at Kirby Air Riders. But let me what do you think? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Are you more excited for Kirby Air Riders than you were for Mario Kart World? Or were you more excited for Mario Kart World than you are for Kirby Air Riders? Which game do you think will do better? Which game do you think will have better fan reception? Which game do you think will leave a better legacy? It's Kirby Ear Riders versus Mario Kart World. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share the video with a friend if you have enjoyed it, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.